Welcome to the Love Your Real Life podcast. I'm Faith Lauterbach, and this is a space to help you heal, rebuild, and create a life you truly love, even if it looks different than you imagined. Each week, I'll be sharing tools, encouragement, and real conversations about what it means to move forward after betrayal, heartbreak, or simply life not going as planned. I am honored to walk alongside you and help you love your real life. Hi, friends. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Faith Lauterbach, and today's episode is going to be a little different. Instead of diving straight into teaching or sharing tools, I want to invite you behind the scenes and let you in on something really exciting that's been in the works for a while. It's definitely been on my heart for a while. This podcast is getting a new name and a new focus. It will now be called the Love Your Real Life podcast. And today I want to share with you why this shift is happening, what it means for you, and what you can look forward to in this next season together. I'm going to start with why the change. When I first started this podcast, my goal was to create a space for encouragement and practical steps toward health and wellness. And while that's still close to my heart, over time I began to notice something. It was a little too vague. I had women reaching out to me. The women who resonated most deeply with what I was sharing were women who had experienced betrayal, women who have walked through the heartbreak of infidelity. And honestly, it's not a coincidence. I know that journey. I've walked it myself. Years ago, when I experienced infidelity in my first marriage, it felt like my world was flipped upside down. It wasn't just about the betrayal. It was about everything I thought I knew about myself, my life, my future. I questioned if I could ever feel safe, whole, or trust again. It shaped the way I saw life and forever changed me. And here's the truth. Healing didn't happen overnight, as much as I wanted it to. It wasn't quick, and it definitely wasn't linear. But what I discovered along the way was that I didn't need to chase a perfect life. I didn't need to go back to who I was before. That person was gone. What I needed was to learn how to love my real life. The messy, the imperfect, the still healing, but also the beautiful, resilient, and deeply authentic life that was unfolding right in front of me. That's why this rebrand matters so much. Because I want this podcast to be a place where women who've experienced betrayal can come to feel seen, feel supported, and empowered. A place where you can know that you're not alone and where you can gather tools and encouragement to create a life that feels whole again. A life that you truly love. So here's what to expect. What this new direction means for you as a listener is, it means we're going to go deeper into the heart of healing. Each week, you can expect conversations that are real, that are honest, and that are filled with hope. I'll be sharing tools that help you rebuild confidence, restore your sense of self, and learn how to trust yourself again. We'll talk about things like navigating hard days, building rhythms and routines that actually support your healing, and learning how to create joy in everyday life. As always, my approach is holistic, and I look at how to bring in mind, body, and spirit connection, and using movement, nutrition, and mindset as pillars of overall well-being. Some episodes will be practical, like how to calm your body when you feel activated. Others will be more reflective, like exploring forgiveness, self-trust, or what it means to create love that starts within yourself. And sometimes I'll bring in other voices and stories that I'm really excited about. This will be an opportunity for you to hear from other people who have experienced and or been impacted by infidelity, and also bring you some interviews with practitioners who help in the healing process. The heartbeat of it all will be this: you don't have to rush, you don't have to perform, and you don't have to pretend. You get to build a life that is yours, that is real, and that's filled with the possibility of joy again. Now, I want to touch on for listeners who haven't experienced infidelity. While this podcast is created with women who've experienced betrayal in mind, I want to say this: if you've never been through infidelity yourself, there is still so much here for you. Because the truth is, we all face seasons where life doesn't go as planned. We all know what it's like to feel disappointed, to lose trust in someone, or even ourselves, or to feel like we're starting over in some ways. Think big identity shifts. The tools I'll be sharing: rebuilding confidence, learning to trust yourself again, creating daily rhythms that bring stability, and finding joy in the middle of a mess. These are things that can serve you whether your heartbreak comes from infidelity, from another kind of loss, or simply from the weight of everyday life. So if you're here because you want to feel more grounded, more connected, and more at peace in your real life, you're in the right place too. So, my invitation to you is this: keep tuning in, because I believe this space is about to become even more powerful, even more personal, and even more aligned with what you need. If you've been through betrayal, this podcast is for you. If you're still in the middle of it, this podcast is for you. If you're years past, but still figuring things out, noticing that resentment shows up in your life, this podcast is for you. And if you're here simply because you want encouragement and tools for living more fully, then guess what? This podcast is for you too. And maybe you have a friend who's going through it right now. If so, I'd love for you to share this with her. Because sometimes the first step toward healing is simply hearing that you're not alone. And I want this podcast to be that reminder every single week. So here we go. Welcome to the Love Your Real Life podcast. Thank you so much for being here with me through this transition, for trusting me to walk alongside you in your journey. And remember this: no matter what has happened to you, no matter what has been broken, you are still worthy of love, joy, and a life that feels deeply good to live. Healing isn't about erasing the past. It's about creating something real and beautiful with where you are now. I'm so honored to have you here. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. And if this message resonated with you today, share it with a friend who might need it too. Until next time, take a deep breath, hold on to hope, and keep choosing to love your real life today. Thank you so much for listening to the Love Your Real Life podcast. I hope that today's episode was just what you needed. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you're looking for more support, check out the show notes for how to connect. Remember, no matter what your story holds, you are worthy of living a life that you love. Talk to you soon.